Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's problem 1391. Check if there is a valid path in the grid. It has been marked median on a LeetCode. It is basically grid plus directions problem, but the constraints in which we are moving, it's quite different and interesting. So let's go through the problem statement. So we have been given a grid and we have been told that we are starting from the 0, 0 position and our end motive is to reach the end cell. And if a path is possible, we'll just return true, and if a path is not possible, we'll just return false. So the constraints in which we can move is, so you can see each grid is associated with a number. Now if you have 1, you can just move left and right. If you have number 2, you can move up and down. If you have number 3, you can move left and down from that cell. Similarly for 4, 5 and 6. Consider this thing. You have a road and you have a divider. From here people can go right, and from here people can go left. Here too, you have a road and you have a divider. From here people will go down, people will go up. Now how the movement between two cells is possible here? If you consider 2 and 6, so from 2 you can go up and down, from 6 you can go right and up. Now if we combine 2 and 6, we get a valid road, from where we can take the down from this and up from this. So the commute from 2 and 6 is possible in this way. Consider this example. Okay, so we start at 2. From 2 we can go up and down we have 6. From 6 we can go right and up. So 2 and 6 forms a valid road. 2 and 6. From 6, now we come from 2 to 6. From 6 we can go right and up. Now no point of going up, we have already visited that, right? So from 6 we will take the right thing, so we have to go to 5. Now 5 we will check if the left commute is possible. So you can see 6 and 5 forms a valid road because 5 can also go to 6. So this will form a valid path like this: 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we will just return true for this question. So let's discuss the pattern. So whenever you see a grid and you have been asked that you are starting from 0th position and you need to reach the end position, and you can travel the grid using some directions, just think that some DFS solution or some BFS solution can be used here. Okay, so I'll be explaining the BFS traversal and how to find the answer using that. You can do DFS solution as a homework. So before going to BFS, we have been told that all these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, they are associated with directions. So for that we'll just store these things in a map of integer and a 2D array. So for BFS we'll just stick to the normal algorithm: use a queue, use a visitor array, add 0, 0 to the queue, explore all the neighbors, validate the constraints, and if you reach the end, just return a true or else return a false. Okay, so before moving forward, let's see how the commute between two cells happen. So when you are checking for two cells, just check if they have opposite pairs. So if two have one up, the second cell must have one down. Then only the commute will happen. If a pair has one right and the second pair must have one left, then only the commute will happen. Okay, let's try run this problem. In the initial step of the BFS, we will have a queue with 0, 0 in it, and we'll make the visitor of 0, 0 true. Now in the first step of iteration of the BFS, we'll have the queue like this: 0, 0 and true for 0, 0. Now we will take this 0, 0 from the cell and check the value at it. We find 2. Now we can see 2 can move up and down. So if we move up from 2, we can say it is out of bound, so we can just move down. Now if we see 6, 6 can move right and up. So 2 and 6 form a possible reverse pair, because from 2 we are going down and from 6 we can move up, so we form a valid road. So we'll just add 1, 0, 1, 0 to the queue and make it as visited. In the second step, we take 1, 0 from the queue. The value is 6. Now from 6 we can go right and up. If we go up, you can see 2, but 2 is already visited, so we can't go do that. So the second is we can move right. So right we find 5. Now 5 we can move left. So 6 and 5 form the valid possible pair. Okay, so we add 1, 1 to the queue and make it as visited. In the third step, we will remove 1 comma 1 from the queue, and see, from 5 we can go left and up, but left is already visited, so we'll go up. And 4, we have a 4 here. For 4 we can go right and down, so up and down forms a valid possible road. So we just add 0 comma 1 to the queue and make it as visited. Similarly, if you follow this step, you will find that the valid possible path is present. You can complete this BFS as a homework. Okay, so let's go through the pseudo code. In the first step, we are just creating a map. So this map will store what all possible directions a particular number will get us. So as we discussed, 2 can get us left or right. So we can create a map for all the numbers, and then we will create a basic BFS setup. A queue, a visited array, we'll add 0 comma 0 to the queue, and we'll mark the visited for 0 comma 0 as 2. Okay, so let's go to the BFS code. So we will have the basic BFS setup here. We'll just poll the current guy, take the x and y, and check if the x and y we are obtaining are the final cells. If they are final cells, just return true. Else what we are doing is we are just iterating the directions. So here we will get 0 comma 0, and at the value at 0 comma 0 is 2. So what we are doing is we are just iterating the up and down here. So this will give us new x and new y. Now if we will see if the new x and new y is out of bound, or it is already visited, we'll just skip in both the things. Or what we'll do is we will check what value this new x and new y are providing us. So in this case, if we are at 2, and from 2 we move it down 6. So for 6 the values we are getting are right and up. Now what we are doing here is we are just checking the reverse condition. Means we are just mapping if their opposite directions are possible here. So if we find any valid opposite direction, what we'll do, we'll just mark it as visited, the cell as visited, we'll mark this as true, and we'll just add it for the next iteration. So all the iterations will be done, and if a valid possible path is present, we will return the answer from here. Okay, let's discuss the time complexity and space complexity. So the time complexity will be order of n cross n, because in the worst case we will need to visit all the cells, and the space is order of n cross n because we are taking a visited array. So that's it for this problem. If you are in the same journey of interview preparation, you want the content on LeetCode, LLD, HLD or GenAI, please follow along. The code will be given in the description. Thanks.